Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to J&J Squared Circle Wrestling News and Commentary. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is our Smackdown recap, 6/18/2019. Good day, everybody. How is everybody out there doing in the YouTube world? Thank you guys for coming to J&J Squared Circle today. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on the boxes below if you want to see improvements or just to give us hellos or thank yous. And here we go. John, my co-host.
Let me know when we're on, okay?
What is going on, John?
Are we on?
We are on.
We are. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
Somebody's been picking his nose all day. Yep, there we go. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's Tuesday. We made it through the horrible Monday.
Yeah.
Now we're on to the horrible Tuesday.
Well, this wasn't bad tonight. It really wasn't.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the day job crap, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, we had a good. It was a good SmackDown. It was a solid SmackDown. Definitely seen better, you know. But to be quite honest with you, between the Raw last night and SmackDown today, they're probably the best promos that we've seen for an upcoming pay-per-view, even over WrestleMania. WrestleMania's promotion was just god awful.
Oh, by the way, tonight was in Ontario, in California. If people from here, from California, don't know where Ontario is, don't worry about it. Neither do I. Okay, and I probably live nearby it.
Yeah.
So it's alright.
But yeah, going back to it, they're promoting, the pay-per-view Stomping Grounds coming up this Sunday night at 5:00 on the WWE Network.
4
and 4:00. Yes, that's right, 4:00. Kickoff. Yes.
Kickoff is at 3.
Yes. So we'll get some pre-matches in there, whatnot, what have you. I did have a question for you guys out there, and I wanted you guys to leave a comment in the boxes below on whether or not you may be interested in actually hearing us go live during the pay-per-views. We kind of have a format set up for that. If that's something you guys would like to see, then I would love to be able to get something set up. If not, we will definitely be going on right after the pay-per-view is over on Sunday, so tune in for that. But getting back to the SmackDown deal, it opened up with the usual New Day promoting championship belts and whatnots and what have yous, and it basically ended up with Xavier Woods basically wanting to fight Dolph Ziggler. That ended up happening, and we got our match. Very first match of the night.
I don't know if he was the best choice of the group, but he felt like he was. So
yeah, I mean, he did. It was a good match.
It was a very good match.
A little bit of a wrestling match. As you know, Dolph Ziggler has a big wrestling background. Xavier Woods does as well. And they basically had a pretty decent wrestling match going on at the beginning of it. And then it wound up into a WWE match, of course. And it was a pretty decent match. New Day was at Xavier Woods' side. And KO and Sami Zayn came down and attacked him from behind. Referee.
That was to promote their tag match. Actually, I don't know if you knew this or too many people knew this out there. They actually have a tag match: KO and Sami Zayn versus Big E and Xavier Woods for Sunday. No, I could see that as a pre-show, but it is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean it kind of is what it is, but either way, ref threw KO and Sami out, and then come to find out they threw out Kofi and Big E, which I thought was a bit bizarre considering Big E and Kofi didn't even have an opportunity to retaliate. They didn't even start it. and they got thrown out anyway. So I don't know. It was a bit bizarre on that aspect. So it ended up 1-on-1. Dolph Ziggler wins.
I mean, it was a good match. I like the ending, especially the ending. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. And then we had a moment of bliss. Ooh. Nikki Cross standing by her girl's side, along with Bayley as the special guest. And as you guys know, usually when it comes to these stupid little shows, they usually end up in interruption or a fight. And this was no different. Although, I will say, Bayley and Alexa went kind of back and forth with some really good promotional insults back and forth to each other that I was actually quite impressed with. They really did a good job promoting this fight, and it's obvious as daylight that Alexa's going to be going up against Nikki at some point. Most likely when she loses, she'll turn on Nikki because Nikki didn't help her whatsoever.
Or made a mistake, and
exactly. So, but that was a great little promo that they did there. I don't really have much to say about it. And then
it was a good promo. I mean, for the moment of bliss, you know, I mean, it was good. It was better than the usual, I guess.
And then for the next segment, we had a tag team match starring these guys. Oh wait, I'm sorry guys, that was wrong photo. Heavy Machinery versus the B Team.
B team, go go go. B team, go go go. Oh wait, I mean, but
yeah,
okay.
So Heavy Machinery is being promoted to go up against Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan for the tag team championship this Sunday.
Did you notice that they did not come out with the Yolo County tag team titles tonight?
You know, I don't understand why they did not. I mean, they've actually been promoted online and on WWE with those belts. I'm just kind of
disappointed.
I am too. I thought it'd be really cool.
I mean, a bunch of cardboard pieces cut out and
yeah. So Heavy Machinery went over. They got the win. So Heavy Machinery, you know, they went out of the ring. They doing their whole thing, their whole bushwhacker awesome shit that Heavy Machinery does. Left B Team in the middle of the ring, and John, I hate to say, but Chair 316 made an appearance.
Yes. At least it didn't make that much of an appearance tonight, thank God.
No, but it did get one of the wild card spots.
Oh yeah, it did.
It did get one of the wild card spots, and I tell you what, it left its mark, and it had a few beers after, and I'm pretty sure it took the B Team's girlfriends. But
I could tell you this: I've seen Bo Dallas's wife. I don't think the Chair would even want it. I think the Chair would.
Well, look, if the Chair didn't like it, it would just smack the shit out of her until she looked better. So, you know, it's Chair 316.
I swear to God, if you haven't seen a picture of his wife, she looks more manly than he does. No, I'm not kidding.
So
it could be Nyla Rose.
Yeah. So, if you don't understand this is the segment that happened. Basically, you had a whole bunch of wannabes, including Matt Hardy, standing outside of Baron Corbin's locker room waiting to play with his pecker. And pretty much just try and get a spot to bring up their career. And B team was outside the ring or outside the door, just blabbing about how desperate they are to be able to be the guest referees, and Chair 316 made them regret it.
You know what? You know what? I'm surprised Baron Corbin did not make an appearance tonight. I'm really surprised about that. I would figure that he would have, since they were promoting that whole referee thing. I mean, he didn't make no appearance
They
at all.
promoted his name, they promoted his name, and I guess they figured that was enough. So, and then the very next segment that we had was a tag team elimination match, which means whoever got pinned first was eliminated. And R-Truth, between Drew McIntyre, Elias, R-Truth, and The Miz. R-Truth was the first one to get pinned. He got eliminated, and then that followed up with The Miz getting pinned. And
did you notice that The Miz looked yellow? I think he needs another tan.
yeah,
I mean, like, he looked really yellow tonight.
yeah. I mean, it was just basically a build-up spot for Drew McIntyre's dominance. Is basically what it was.
Pretty much.
And then we had a spot right here after that with Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Amber Moon. Sonya Deville and Amber Moon just going at it. Just basically a spot for Sunday. And this is probably going to be one of the first shows or first matches
Another
at the beginning.
pre-show. Yeah, another pre-show match. Well, she probably knocked a tooth out of Mandy Rose's mouth with that elbow shot that she gave tonight. Sonya Deville versus...
They can't hear me, so keep talking.
Sonya Deville versus Amber Moon. I think it should be good. I mean, they both are very talented. I have a feeling Sonya Deville is going to go over again just because of Mandy Rose. And, they'll probably move on shortly after that. I like Ember Moon. I do. I think she's really talented. I think she's underutilized right now. I don't know why. She got over really quick when she first made her main roster debut. I don't get it. Hopefully they'll do something with her sometime soon.
Yeah, I agree. I really kind of felt like Amber kind of got the shaft because she made a huge impact in NXT. And now she's, kind of sitting in limbo. I'm hoping this will help out a little bit. After that segment was over with, we had another Firefly Funhouse with The Fiend. Basically a copy of last night's showing. Not really that big of a deal. No show for Bray. Again, like I said last night, you guys, I look for him to make an appearance this Sunday.
I certainly hope so. I really do. I think, after two and a half months of this build-up, I think you, myself, and everyone else out there is just tired of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Aleister Black. The same thing. 2 months of this stuff of him talking and
Mojo Riley.
With who?
Mojo. He's the same goddamn way. I will say this: Mojo's segments have basically turned to after the show stuff that's not being seen on TV, which is pretty much the death of Mojo Riley. But it is what it is. But here's the shocker of the night: Drake Maverick pinned R-Truth.
He really looks like Hornswoggle. With that green jacket and that bow tie, he looks like Hornswoggle. I swear to God.
It's all right. I see what you're saying. He's anyway. That's funny. Drake Maverick got the pin over R-Truth and escaped. He's the new 24/7 champion. So it's obvious that they wanted to basically move away from the R-Truth segment. They wanted to give it to somebody new. And you know
No, you know
what,
what
though?
they're gonna put it on 205
That's
Live.
exactly what I was going to say. Is this is the opportunity for them to be able to put it on the 205 Live and let them have the title for a little bit. And then the next time we see it change hands will most likely be for NXT.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah, I can see that too. So, um, on to the main event, folks. The main event we had Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins versus KO and Sami Zayn. It's a basic match, you know. Champions going over. I really didn't expect anything different out of that. Nothing at the end happened at all. It was just a basic straight up match. It was a 2 out of 3 pinfall match. I mean, within the first, I guess, 10 seconds, Kofi hit a Trouble in Paradise and got a pin. And then the match went on as a normal, regular match. And then Seth Rollins got the second pin, and it was over. I mean, they literally beat KO and Sami Zayn 2-0. And, I mean, is that the proper way to promote fucking Kevin Owens? I mean, a past champion, past U.S. champion. I mean, I understand if you want to do that to Sami Zayn, but fucking Kevin Owens? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. The guy has more fucking talent in his fucking pinky fucking nail on a microphone than Michael Cole does in his entire fucking body.
Right. But, I mean, right now they're not trying to push Kevin Owens. No, they're really just trying to push the champions and their storylines for right now. Did you notice Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost 2 nights in a row in a 2-0 in the 2 out of 3 falls match, losing both falls?
Well, I mean, last night though they walked out on Baron Corbin, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, Baron Corbin was on fire, accidentally hits Sammy, KO, fucking super kicks him in the face, and walks out on him. So I don't think it's really connected. But here's the thing: what is with them in eliminations all of a sudden? Because we had 2 elimination matches back to back tonight.
The elimination matches or the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they haven't done that. They have not done that since. I don't know, like the late 80s, early 90s, you know. I find it interesting, but at least make it interesting. Don't make it 2-0 each and every time, you know.
Well, obviously they didn't have they didn't have as much time to shit around as Raw normally does. You know, I mean, Raw has all fucking night, you know. By the time the third hour is always the best. That's when all the action happens, you know, because the first 2 hours are just kind of trying to get through it, you know, and then the third hour is when all the stuff that you actually want to see takes place, you know, but before then you're just like, God damn, what is going on, you know, and
like I don't get like how come they don't, you know, spread it out, you know, I mean, it just makes more sense to spread it out. Have you noticed that WWE has gotten lower and lower ratings week after week after week on both shows now? It's because they don't spread anything out, and if they do, then it's just so far apart that no one cares. No one notices.
And they're not promoting the people that people want to see.
Right.
You know, I mean, they're not really giving any airtime to the people for the people that people actually want to see. It's the same bullshit for months. You know, even after they said that, you know, we're not going to be doing that shit, it's still the same shit over and over and over again.
No, when Vince came out and said that back in, what was it? last October, I want to
Mm-hmm.
say. No, he was pretty much telling the WWE fans, or excuse me, WWE Universe, to go fuck themselves. He's going to do what he's going to want to do, all right? Because he's the owner. He's the, he's the one who makes all the decisions. Yeah, they hear us. They see what we say, but they just don't care. At least he doesn't. That's probably why a lot of those writers, as of late, quit, including Arn Anderson. Well, Arn Anderson didn't quit; he was fired, but he just did not care because he saw Vince didn't care, and so people aren't hurt when they leave, being fired or quit. They just don't care anymore. It's because of him, And,
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just for me. It's more or less a um entertainment value. I mean, if you're not going to promote and bring different stuff, AEW is going to eat this fucking company alive. At this point it's like enough's enough. You got AEW's pay-per-view is what, at the end of the month?
yeah,
Their second pay-per-view is a month away. You've got to do better. Because here's the thing. Every single day that goes by, we get closer and closer to fall. Okay? WWE's making big changes to Fox. AEW is making an even bigger change by going, to Turner Broadcasting. Going to be on TNT. Are they going to be live? Did they say?
not that I know of. I'm not sure.
I heard him mention something about it, but I didn't quite catch whether or not they were going to be live or not.
Yeah, they're definitely not ready to be alive on a weekly basis. Not yet.
It's hard to say because every day they're preparing. They see what's going on, and you know what? They're catching so much positive buzz right now online, and through all their social outlooks.
But
They're
what else
rolling on all
got? You know what
cylinders
else
right
got a big buzz? You've even mentioned it to me, I think about a week or two ago. What was it? Tickle Me Elmo. Remember, like 10, 15 years ago, that caught a big buzz. Now that's what AEW is. Right
now it is the most exciting thing, but
I mean, until
the big problem is the real issue is like Impact. Okay, you remember the issue where they lost the last 25 minutes of the show to commercials because somebody forgot to turn it back on.
Right.
Last week they aired the wrong fucking show.
Well, I mean,
so in other words, Impact did a brand new show with all brand new content. New segments, new promos, new everything for to push their show. And their network literally aired the wrong one. A fucking old ass show.
Well, remember this. The week before that, they didn't even air at all.
Yeah.
Because they forgot.
Yeah. And so shit like that isn't going to happen at AEW. Ever.
It better not.
Ever. Because TNT, that's big time shit. That's just as big as being on USA. It's just as big as being on Fox.
But but do you remember their contract where they're not getting paid? The only thing that they're getting paid off of is, I think, advertisements.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing, though. That's a real good thing because that kind of makes TNT want to push that product because it's not costing them a dime you know, you know what I mean? So,
But they
and
can lose
and
money
here's the
that
other
way.
thing too, here's the other thing as well, you know, that really helps them out with is that provides the network more money to promote your show for you. Does that
I
make
mean, I
sense?
mean, I
So
mean, it,
now you're not having to push out as much advertisement with your own cash flow. The networks will, and they have a much bigger outreach than AEW does. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of money that is still at stake, but some of that money got taken out of AEW's control and into the network's control. So you're going to get a much bigger advertisement push that way, and so I mean it gets real technical. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes on, um, but there's a lot of positives to that kind of deal happening. They just have to keep putting out that big product, keep putting out that social media, keep 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 throwing down the hammer, because at some point, dollar for dollar, every dollar earned is a dollar that's going to go against WWE, and they're going to grow and they're going to grow and they're going to grow. And WWE has to step up now. They can't fucking wait anymore. If they keep putting out the shit that they're doing right now, to where we're getting bland, Raws, bland Smackdowns, bland, I mean, this last WrestleMania was probably one of the worst WrestleManias I've ever seen.
yeah.
You
But
know,
I mean,
I mean,
over the
it
past
was by
several
far,
WrestleManias
it
have
was
been
by
really bad.
far the worst promoted.
Yeah. But this is where I go back to Vince. I don't think he wants to release the reins of the company to Hunter or Stephanie. He would rather kill it himself, all right, and then move on and just kind of screw everyone. All right. Now, I'm hoping that for some reason they write
They
him
can't hear me
out.
keep talking. You need to put
For
your
some
hand up
reason,
to your camera or something, because you're blurry as fuck.
I hope that some reason, or somehow they write
Pull
him
it back.
out. I hope that they write him out sometime during the fall, and that way he can move on to XFL, which that's going to be his brand new baby anyway, and release it and let Hunter and Stephanie just run the company. I mean, God, you see what they've done with NXT,
Yeah,
So I mean,
I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. You know what? Regardless who's doing it, they got to do better. I think everybody can agree. They got to do better, no matter who's running it. I don't care if it's Vince. I don't care if it's Hunter. I don't care. Whoever's running it needs to do a better job, because right now, AEW has all the hype. They have all the hype. They have all the excitement. They have all the hope. And they are literally generating buzz on a scale that's 1,000 times higher than WWE is. Right now, the only reason why WWE is even getting the viewers that they are is strictly because of the fact that they're the only ones on TV.
right.
Because Impact can't even get the right fucking show on, if they even get it on.
Right.
When it comes to viewerships, Wendy's is getting a better fucking viewership on that network than Impact is.
That's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, it's true. Their commercials have more viewers than Impact, because they can't even get on TV.
Right.
I mean, and so when you got all the hype, you've got all the excitement, and you're the sole generator. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to tell WWE. They need to do a better job, because it's coming. And now we've got this SmackDown that we just had, which was a decent SmackDown. I got to give them credit for it, but it still had a bunch of trash ass spots. I think they're doing a good job with the Seth Rollins thing, with him going ape shit with the fucking chair. I do know that there's a a situation going on with Shane McMahon, and a lot of the stars behind the scenes are getting pretty pissed that Shane McMahon is getting the push that he is. Because it's like he came out of fucking left field, got away from the fucking company, and then came back out of nowhere, and now is getting, airtime on both shows for free. He's not a wild card.
Right.
He's just at every single show because he runs them. Supposedly.
Right.
Obviously, most of you guys don't know. Maybe you do. He's just a character. He has no control whatsoever over what the company does. He's literally just a character, just like Roman Reigns. And and there's a lot of stars that are pretty pissed because, they're out there busting their ass every day, and then here comes the son of the fucking boss, and now he's back on TV, basically where he left off all those years ago. And people are upset. And they have the right to be. So they need to do a better job. I'm hoping Stomping Grounds is going to be good. I doubt it will be. But if it's anything like Super Showdown, hell, we may get a decent show out of this. At least it's going to be at a time slot that we can watch it.
But a lot of those matches are just rematches from WrestleMania.
You're right. You're right.
So, or WrestleMania or Super Showdown. Like Dolph, Kofi, that's a rematch.
At least it's promoted better than WrestleMania.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't understand why they're still doing this this stupid Drew McIntyre thing. I think it's obvious that they've given up on him.
I don't know if they really have, since they keep on pushing him. I'm not
but I don't really
sure.
consider this a push. This is backwards. What if he loses, or what if he wins tonight or on Sunday? That's going to put Roman and him 1-1. What is it going to close? That means he's going to go against Roman again.
Another match. Yeah.
So it's not going to be good for either Roman or Drew. The big thing that I used to love about old school WWE was that once a pay-per-view went down, all new things started. You know what I mean? These guys got to go up against new people. You got to see new personalities clash, and it just made things interesting. You know what I mean? It really made a bigger change for me. It kept things exciting. But when you watch the same soap opera over and over and over again, or the same rerun with a different script, it loses its bedazzle. It's not shiny anymore. It's not that shiny penny on the floor. It's a dog turd that you want to walk around.
Right. I don't know. I tend to agree with you. I hope that maybe Roman does win, for instance,
I do too.
And then just close out, and then they could both move on.
Yeah, they need Roman to start going for some titles here. Something. They need to get him in the title
here's
run.
The thing with Roman, they're not going to have him go on full time anymore. They're just not.
Well, they basically have though. He's been there every week.
Not in the match, he's there, but
he's but the thing is he's probably just not ready yet. To say that he's not gonna go full time anymore, I
think they want to watch it with him. I really do. You
know what though? At the same time, and that's a good statement that you made. They want to watch him. That's important. WWE is going to have to grow a pair of nuts. Because AEW doesn't give a fuck about their medical fucking bullshit on their side. If a wrestler wants to fucking wrestle, they're going to fucking let them. If their doctor says that they can, they're going to let them wrestle. You know what I mean? They're going to go out there and they're going to bash each other's heads in. And they're going to keep on fucking going because their doctor said so. Not their personal staff.
But
you're not.
If You know,
look, people
WWE
are,
has done that for years, but remember, after all these lawsuits and everything,
but you
that's
know
why
what though? At the same time, then there has to be something to say. Look, we tried. We tried to tell you not to fucking go out there. You did it anyway. You know, you fucking threatened us with this. You threatened us with that. At some point, WWE needs to say, fine, sign this shit. You're fucking waving your bullshit. You're basically saying, right here in this black and white, that we tried to tell you not to fucking do this. You decided to do it anyway. This is on you. Get your fucking attorney. Have him read this over. If you feel like it's fair, sign it. And then we'll let you go back out there and fucking wrestle. Let him do it. It's kind of hard to sue that when your fucking attorney was present. You know, I'm sure there's more to this situation than what I'm seeing, but I guarantee you AEW, I guarantee you that's going to be how they're going to run it, man, because there's people that are out there hurt right now. Paige might even be one of them. You know, that may be cleared to wrestle, but WWE says, "Hey, you're done here." And then, you know, now that she's off TV for however long, I really don't see how they can write her into anything at this point.
Oh, by the way, you know what? Something that we missed, I want to get back to, is they had a segment between the Iconics and Paige and Kairi Sane, or not Kairi Sane, Asuka and her partner. You know, they're promoting this match that I guess they're gonna have in Japan. Too bad it's not gonna be for the titles, but I think either way,
waste of time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they could carry a good match. You know,
it's a waste of time. It's all about the fucking titles. If you hold the titles, defend them. If you can't defend them, you lose them. It's that simple. Have them beat those fucking women. I mean, what's the point of having a non-title match when you're a goddamn title holder? I'm sick of this shit. You want your fucking title to be worth a goddamn, but yet you don't want to fucking, you don't want to sit there and actually fucking have a title match? What's wrong with wins and losses?
Yeah, I don't know. I
mean, that's what they did back in the day.
Right.
That's what made them so successful. That's what made those belts worth something. You know, I'm sick of these non-title title matches. You know, or title holders. These title holders are just like, oh, well, it's a non-title match. I don't have anything. And then they fucking lose.
Yeah, then they lose, and they go defend the titles, then they win.
Yeah, I mean, against the same fucking people in a dominating fashion. I mean, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of our intelligence. It's a waste of our fanship. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, WWE has to do better. I mean, the stuff that they're putting out is mediocre at best. It's getting better. It seems like it's getting better. But they're not putting the people out there that people want to see. Bray Wyatt. We needed to see Bray Wyatt 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I mean, this was the best Firefly Funhouse. But god damn it, if I want to watch fucking Netflix and watch a bullshit little segment, I will. You know, I'm not watching wrestling to watch fucking, you know, a you know, child molester fucking, you know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on my fucking wrestling show. I don't want to see that. You know, I don't want to see a serial killer little episode on WWE. God damn it, I want to see a serial killer kill fucking Sami Zayn. That's what I want to fucking see. In the ring. Murder him. Dismember him, literally. You know, rape Drew McIntyre and send him back to fucking Scotland. I don't know anything. Just have fucking do something other than I'm gonna sit here and watch you water your fucking flowers.
Right.
You know, and by the way, speaking of the Firefly Funhouse, it kind of dawned on me last week that they were poking fun at the AEW they were poking fun at AEW big time with the Firefly Funhouse last week. Because if you remember, Bray Wyatt he smacked that little
Oh yeah,
rambling
yeah,
rabbit. Well, he did
right.
it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Well, at
Uh,
the same time, he was wearing a fucking clown nose with red stripes, and he was poking fun at Chris Jericho because Chris Jericho kind of had this weird, stupid fucking clown look to his face at AEW, and
right.
then Bray Wyatt wears the fucking clown face and then has this big old gaudy hammer. I hope he uses that hammer as his fucking weapon of choice. That'd be a pretty rad. Oh, and the
Did you
hammer,
notice that
the
the
hammer
rambling
looked
rabbit?
like a pair of dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had 5 dots, even though
Yeah. Yeah. I
it
remember.
wasn't perfectly structured on there, but it had the 5 dots, and then
Right.
it had like 4, so it was basically a dice. They were really kind of subliminally fucking poking fun at AEW on that little segment. I think we lost you, buddy. Having a little technical difficulties on John's end. No, sorry, buddy. Well, listen, you guys. With that said, we pretty much got to the point where we were at the end of the show anyway. So we're gonna go
Hello. Am
ahead.
I on?
No, there you are. There you are. You're back. Um, but John, you got any last and final words for our audience tonight?
No, not tonight. Just I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. Hopefully, it'll be better than what I expect. That's pretty much that's pretty much what I can say.
Yeah, come and check us out on Saturday, you guys. We're gonna have kind of a pre-bit where we're gonna go over the matches that are lined up for the show the next day, and we're also gonna give our weekly recap, our thoughts, and everything, our more detailed structures that we think is gonna happen between both SmackDown and Raw. So that's a pretty good show to come in with and check out if you want a total. Just a total Raw fan knowledge base, come and check that out on Saturday. A
Well,
lot
don't
of
forget
thought.
Saturday. Also, not only because of that, we are also doing the preview is for Sunday night.
Yes.
We're gonna do the preview of the card, correct?
Yes. Sunday we are going on after with our results and recap of Stomping Grounds. So check us out on there as well. And you guys, thank you guys very much. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for notifications on future shows. And we're going to get out of your hair. Thank you guys for joining us on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. John, thank you, man. Appreciate you as always, buddy. Your insight is just absolutely amazing and needed. And we will see you guys on Saturday. Thank you guys for coming. John,
Good night.
take it easy, brother.
Thank you. Bye.